A.FM files, also known as those files that contain all those neat effects a character has. And if it's a player or a party member, it contains their image, the one you see on the HUD. It's a boss or a partner, not a party member. Contains voice clips as well. And you can easily replace effects this way. That is through ROM. So let me show you how to do that. What I have here, PEX100 HTLF, is Sora's anti-form. And PEX100.MDLX is regular Sora's model. So that means P_EX100.A.FM would be his effect file. So we'll go ahead and change this to that, and this will put Anti-Sora's effects and its image onto regular Sora. So we'll go ahead and patch that in. If you don't know how to patch yet, go watch the tutorial on that. So it looks like our replacement worked.
Back off! Yeah, back off! It's over!
You notice though, a lot of his effects are not actually playing anything.
Let's go!
Let's try reverting. So that got an effect to go off. So this will lead into the second part of the tutorial now. We want to time these effects just a little bit better. But first let me show off hit effects. So those are kinda there. While also the Keyblades hit effects are there as well. It's because these are separate from the player. So that's something to keep in mind. Now this will lead into effect casters again, or as I called them before, base effect modifiers. Effect data modifiers, they have quite a few names that you can go with. So let's make a file dump here. We'll want to go to this address because we need to locate Sora. Then you go down. It's just like locating the animations and effects as usual. We're getting to his moveset. Now we need a good animation. So we'll need an attack to replace the effects of. And in order to find that, as usual, we will bring up our model previewer, bring up the moveset, figure out what we want to replace. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, explosion, that'll do. So we press Control F. Find A315. Keep going. F5 until we get to this line right here. Let's go into the data modifier list. Woohoo. Now, well, there's a lot of stuff to identify here, but for this video we're going to be looking at effects. So, if we keep scrolling down, you'll notice this line right here starts with a 0101. That's actually an indicator to start a list of effects to play. This is followed by a timer, another timer, and then what effect to play after the first timer expires. And these are like how many frames the animation plays before the effect actually activates. So in this case, both of these effects are activating on frame 0. And we want to mess with what effects actually play until we get something that we like. So we'll go ahead and copy that in, and then copy the next line as well. And let's go ahead and bring the data in as well. So if you notice on this last line here, this is also what effect will play at the end of the second timer, and then another 0101, which is to indicate that the second timer and number also plays an effect, rather than some other miscellaneous thing that are put in these little lists here for effect data modifiers. So yeah, we kind of need to just mess with some numbers until we get effects we like. So we'll try bringing them up a few numbers.
Back off. Take this.
And that still hasn't changed anything, so we'll try going up a couple more times.
Take this.
And if that doesn't work, then we'll just go down.
This is it.
Okay, let's try bringing it down to 11 and 12. Oh, there we go. We got something finally. Yay.
It's over. This is it. It's over.
So, there's a bit of shadows being thrown around there, which is, you know, nice.
It's over. It's over.
Oh, and that's quite a bit more.
Yeah, take this. This is it.
So now we can go down a couple more lines. We get these other effects that play off of Sora's explosion, and you know, we'll work with that. We can now put in even more lines here, so we'll try 12 there, and then I guess another 14 here, and we'll see how that does.
Back off. Back off.
Well, that's quite a bit more shadows. I guess we can adjust the timer on this effect as well, you know. We'll make it play after I guess 10 frames will do.
It's over. This is it.
Oh, see, that looks nice. So yeah, basically you kind of just have to go through a list of numbers until you find something that you like, and you'll be able to tell which eCaster is an effect list, because it'll start on one line with 0101, and it'll end 2 lines later with 0101. Not all lists start like this. If you notice this one right here, you know, it has 0101 here. but then 0202 at the end. So that's something different. But it is part of a list, so you could alter this to 0101 and potentially get another effect to play later on. That's how you change the timers of effects and all. Basically, you'll have to do this for every move that you want to have an effect. I guess we could use guard break as another example. So if you press the left arrow key, you'll go back a bit before you jump to someplace, and you should eventually get back to you know, this place where you can then get the address for Sora's moveset again. And I guess A3142. Yeah, okay, that's the guard break, so we could add an effect to that as well. We'll scroll down a bit. There's a 0101 list again. So yeah, we'll mess with this line down here. Okay, so 14 seems to be a nice effect, so we'll do it for this one as well. Yeah, there we go. He leaves a little shadow thing behind. Oh, that's cool. And it kind of looks like a little dash as well. Yeah, so, you know, now we have regular Sora throwing some shadows around. That's nice. Anyways, I think you get the general idea. Again, just look for stuff that starts or ends in 0101, and you've likely got a list of effects on your hand, blah blah blah. I've gone over this so many times now. Now, one other thing to note is if you want to keep this moveset running consistently through RAM, then you'll want to have all these codes made in a room, and then make sure you disable them before walking into the next one. So he still has the shadows going on, which is good.
Yeah, this is it.
Oh wait, I killed some enemies here already.
This is it.
Yeah, so that looks kind of nice. And yeah, if you just apply them in one room, keep running around, you know, then it'll stick. But if you do things like dry forms, then it'll probably not work out so well. And we'll see. Well, he still has them. But again, dry forms can be pretty buggy, so I'd be careful.
Take this. It's over.
But yeah, hope you found this informative.
Back off.
Later.